How do I see the future of the church in years to come? I see it as bright. There are tough times that the churches face. We have, anybody can point out the problems and the challenges. Number one, of course, is the abuse crisis that we have faced and continues in some way to have an impact on our life. We also see a changing attitude about people's spirituality, where spirituality is so often now today privatized, and there is a little sense of finding the need for a community to support and be the place where that spirituality is expressed. We also have the various difficulties that the media or the culture have about organized religion, and sometimes we see an antagonism there where it's very easy to come after organized faith communities when they see this or that problem, and yet we don't see that kind of focus on other groups. We do see a lot of things in there that can make us feel a bit paranoid or discouraged. But you know, that's always been a part of the life of the church. All of these problems. There have been problems internally and externally, the life of the church since the very beginning. What my source of hope is much of what I said at the beginning. I have a firm belief that not only that Christ rose from the dead 2,000 years ago, but is risen and working with us now. And we shouldn't be afraid. And the Holy Father, I think, has been very clear about that as the source of our joy. That's the joy of the gospel. That we bring the encounter with Christ that we each have and allow that to be shared in such a way that no one can take away from us the joy that's in our heart as a result. And that allows us to go into the world and make a difference. I tell our priests all the time who are working in parishes, nobody's doing what you're doing. Think of it. When you think of your parish priest and the things that they do day in and day out, and you think of the people who are around them as collaborators, who are co-workers in the vineyard, as our document from the Bishops' Conference was entitled, nobody's doing with that team of people what you are doing each and every day, of binding of wounds, of making sure that people have a sense of hope about their lives, of accompanying them and walking with them as fellow pilgrims, of being attentive to those who are in need when they're easily cast aside and marginalized. Nobody's doing what we're doing. And we should be proud of that, continue to do it, and support each other. And that's why I have great hope for the future, because we're doing something nobody else is doing.